Welcome to City Cinematheque, where the art and pleasure of the movies are the subject of serious discussion. I'm your host, Jerry Carlson, and I teach film studies at the City College of the City University of New York. Today, we're continuing our series, Hitchcock Before Hollywood, with the 1938 classic, The Lady Vanishes. This is one of the big ones. It's the thing that got the tremendous attention of Hollywood and brought Hitchcock to Hollywood. It's a chase film, it's a train film, it's a romantic comedy, and it's an espionage story. All of those things make it very Hitchcockian. We'll be talking about that and a number of other things after today's screening. Joining me will be distinguished scholar Martha Nochimson, a noted expert on thrillers. Now, enjoy the mystery of what makes The Lady vanish. Welcome back to City Cinematheque. Are you still humming that tune? It's a wonderful ending in all kinds of ways to a film of such extraordinary richness that I hope we can do some justice to it in the next 30 minutes. And it's a pleasure to welcome back to City Cinematheque our good friend Martha Nochimson. Martha brings a particular repertoire of skills to being here because she actually has worked on the side of screenwriting on the soaps a number of years ago. She is Dr. Martha Nochimson and has been a scholar for a number of decades with 10 books under her belt, many of which have to do with thrillers, and with a particular specialty in David Lynch, and that pathway between Lynch and Hitchcock is something we might come back to a little bit later. But just to start off the bat, let's start in 1938. And 1938, Europe is sliding in an accelerating manner towards what will become the horror of World War II. And Hitchcock makes an espionage film. He's already made several of them in 1938. Right. So what are some of the things that spin out from that kind of problematic of making an espionage film when war is on the horizon?
Well, there's been a lot. First of all, I want to say hi, Jerry.
Hey, Martha.
And thank you so much for inviting me back, especially to talk about this absolutely marvelous movie.
It's swell having you here, kid.
Okay.
If I can use the lingo of the 30s.
Hey. Okay, so the world is sliding into war. You're making an espionage film. What do you do about censorship?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, the British government is vigilantly policing the movies for any irritant that might upset any foreign country, and surely they are thinking most of Italy and Germany.
Of course, yeah.
How do you make a movie? How do you make an honest movie? How do you make a movie that means anything? Well, some people have discussed this issue, and there is a particular admiration for the way Hitchcock finessed the problem of censorship. What does that mean? So he has a nice familiar melodrama, okay? He's got what might pass for a rom-com.
Right, absolutely.
But underneath that, he is discussing really serious issues without mentioning Germany, Italy, or anybody.
Right.
He invents Bandrika.
I love Bandrika, yes.
Bandrika. And not only does he invent Bandrika, but at the beginning of the movie, he is obviously using miniatures.
Yeah.
So it's not realistic. We are somewhere in fairy tale land.
Fairy tale land.
Exactly. And not only do we have the miniatures and Bandrika, but we also have a fake language, Bandrican, that comes close to a vaudeville language. And my favorite moment well, first of all, they're all running around yelling "Grika, Grika," you know, so whatever that might be. But when Boris, the manager, is ordering from the kitchen a chicken and champagne for Iris and her friends, he's screaming "Grika, Grika," and then he says "Oi vezmir." Just throwing in a little vaudeville Yiddish for it too. So Hitchcock begins by disarming.
Right.
And he continues with the theme of illusion versus reality, so that he is telling a story that can be read by different segments of the audience differently.
I think I think that is just a perfect point. It is a story told in a way with, not only you can interpret in different ways, but I would say it's told with deniability involved.
Beautiful.
You know, so you thought this was Germany? What are you talking about?
Grika.
It's Grika. Yeah. No. I think it's actually an excellent point that he's pointing towards things that people will recognize, but never latching on to it and anchoring it in that way.
Right. And he never says, ever, not then, not later, that he has a political idea. He says, I'm not really a political filmmaker, but later on I looked back on it and I thought, well, I seem to be talking about the British as very insular.
Okay.
Which he is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And so this leads to many speculations about Hitchcock's intention. Did he intend to do everything I'm going to say that I think he did? And does it matter whether he intended?
Right.
Because artists aren't, at least I think, are not polemical.
Right.
But they pull in through their pores the situation around them. And when they express it, they express on a whole different poetic level, something that we can feel without even knowing that we feel it, or we can feel it and think about it.
Right.
So that's why I think it's such a rich...
Well, and before we go on to something else, let's just skip ahead a couple of years. You know, Hitchcock goes to Hollywood, he makes Rebecca, but then he makes Foreign Correspondent.
I think, excuse me, Jerry, I think, maybe I've got the wrong information, but I think Foreign Correspondent was before Rebecca. 1940.
He was brought by Selznick to make Rebecca.
Rebecca 41, right?
Yeah, okay.
Am I wrong?
We cannot check that on air. Okay, so I want all of our viewers to go to their laptop immediately and check this out. But the point being is that Foreign Correspondent is clearly much more explicit about, and it's about a foreign correspondent going to investigate the near wartime situation there. And while Nazis are not named, we're much closer to the fact that clearly it is an anti-fascist film, and is also against American isolationism.
Oh, yes.
Very, very strongly so. Whereas here, I think I like the point you're making about the lady VANISHES, that she, in this film, we're just drawn into who are these British people and how are they dealing with this foreign situation and all of this intrigue. This really, as you were just pointing out, drills into the Britishness of many of the characters.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah,
yes, very much so.
Yeah. So let's talk. There's a number of characters here to talk about, but let's start with our heroine, who's the center of this. So why this heroine and why this problem, and what makes her interesting to us, but also what makes her interesting to Hitchcock?
I think what makes her interesting to us is that she's taking a journey.
Okay.
And that it is a very significant journey. She is a bride-to-be who, as a result of this journey, changes her understanding of the world, changes her understanding of love, changes her understanding of her identity and her place in the world. And what is so extraordinary is that it's a woman's journey. And this is not necessarily what is happening in popular culture.
Okay.
I mean, it's not the kind of totally romantic journey, although it is romantic. It has much bigger ramifications to it. And don't you think that it is especially interesting coming from a filmmaker who is popularly misunderstood as a misogynist? Right.
And so, yeah, let's so what has been that charge, and in what way do you think this film, as I happen to agree with you, is tremendous evidence against that charge?
Okay, so what happens is this woman is on this journey, and she begins, not unlike everybody else in the movie, as a person who only superficially understands what it means to be British.
Right. Okay. Point well taken.
Right?
Yeah.
She thinks that, well, the two marvelous Charters and Caldecott.
Right.
For them, it's getting dressed for dinner and cricket, and for her, it's speaking English.
Right.
Having the carpet laid at St. George's in Hanover Square, and getting a coat of arms for her father's jam jar.
Right.
Okay. So what happens then in the movie could have been a father-daughter story, which then you can say, all right, I see a little misogyny there. But what you get is a mother-daughter story, which is extremely unusual.
Right. Point well taken, yes.
In popular culture, in Hollywood, usually the father and daughter relationship is warm and supportive.
Right.
And think Mildred Pierce, Splendor in the Grass, Carrie. The mother-daughter relationship is destructive or absent. There is no mother. Yeah. Okay. So kind of when she talks about love, she's talking about a marriage for daddy's sake. What about biological mommy?
Absent.
Yes, missing.
Right.
What happens is a mother appears.
Miss Froy.
Miss Froy. And the bond, although at the beginning it's not that entrenched, there is something compelling because Iris, who doesn't really care about anybody at the beginning.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
Well, let's just put it another way in today's terms. She's on vacation at a bachelorette party. This is her bachelorette party before she has to go to Hanover Square and get the coat of arms.
That's right.
Yeah.
And she, here are all these people not starving, but they're hungry because the hotel has run out of food. She could care less. She's getting champagne. She's getting chicken. Right. She's got the front seat, and that's what being British means, right, as far as she's concerned. Okay, so something about Miss Froy strikes a chord. No polemic about it, but we are looking at a very maternal figure.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And she becomes so dedicated to this woman that she's willing to shout down everybody on the train. She's
Absolutely.
Willing to go to any length. Okay, so I'm asking, where is the misogyny in this movie? Right?
I think you're asking a very, very good, it's a very good question. And the point is that Miss Froy, who keeps portraying herself as the simple governess,
right,
it is obviously eventually revealed is that she's been a British intelligence operative for many years doing undercover work. And so she is a mother of professional accomplishment and great complexity. And of service to the nation.
Exactly. She is not only a maternal presence, she is she is the presence of social conscience.
Right.
Okay. Okay, so still, you know, where is the misogyny? Okay. The thing that Hitchcock is accused of comes from both the movies and something that he said that I think is just part of his showmanship,
Right.
his sensationalism, torture the women. Make a movie, torture the women. Well, the women are tortured in his movies, but we don't feel good about it.
Well, okay, point well taken.
It's not that kind of torture porn.
Right.
It's not sexy and exciting that the woman is being tortured. Generally speaking, it's about a society that is anti-feminist. And so where's the misogyny?
Right.
And in this particular movie, you can say, yes, Iris suffers. People keep saying you're crazy, and she doesn't know anymore whether she's crazy. She begins her journey by losing conscious sight, clear sight,
Yeah.
right?
Right,
The
absolutely.
pot hits her instead of Miss Froy, but instead, and she can't see straight anymore
Right.
for a while. But that business of not seeing straight leads to a great clarity.
Oh, point well taken. And also, you know, if you're going to hate somebody, then why ally yourself so closely as he does with her subjectivity? And by that,
Good.
you know, and that I'm only playing off of what you've just been saying, because she's privileged in the film in terms of cinematographic terms. She is privileged with many optical point of view shots. So we are not only in her visual field, but we are given to exactly what she's seeing, and also the distortions. You know, the distortions of the mind that she's accused of, and so you know that we're always with her. We do not doubt her because we've seen what happened.
We did.
You know, we are with her when those things happen, and then we have all the doubters, you know, around her, and then you build the case against and you build the case for as she and then Gilbert, who has been recruited into this, you know, as they go on this journey together on the train that's on a journey. So what about Gilbert? And how he folds into this.
Well, one of the interesting things about Gilbert is that he's not an insular Brit.
Right.
Right?
Right, exactly.
He's interested in folk dancing
Yeah.
of many cultures. But part of the lack of insularity is, at first, it seems like he's just a person who is dealing in intellectual trivia.
Right.
You know, it feels like he's not a grounded person.
Right.
He's just, you know, it's just sort of a smart aleck.
Yeah.
He's definitely, I mean, there is class involved here. He is a gentleman from Cambridge.
Yes.
And that's very important. But he doesn't seem like, you know, when push comes to shove, she's going to need a hero to accompany her.
Right.
It doesn't look like he will be, but he turns out to be.
Well, and you also bring up this point with regard to Iris, but also with Caldecott and Charters.
Absolutely.
You know, of the fact that they are supremely British, and one of the things that means is they are in love with the importance of their own language. And they're always commenting about doesn't even understand English, or this or that. Whereas, you know, Gilbert steps in there and he has all of this, and he's the multilingual person. He's the interpreter. He's the person who's able to, you know, interrogate and to take the interrogation because he's a British cosmopolitan.
Perfectly stated, Jerry.
You know, and that's also part of her journey, is to step outside of the bachelorette party and to join that stream of what, from Hitchcock's point of view, is the most admirable features of British culture. And he's very happy, you know, to gently mock the provincialism. He really loves, I mean, and the script writers obviously do as well. They love Caldecott and charters, and so it's good-hearted, you know, puncturing of certain kinds of British features. But again, as you point out, everybody's on a journey, and then when push comes to shove, they are actually heroic and part of the community.
And when they become heroic and part of the community, the other journey maybe is our journey through the darkness, because it's 1938.
Right.
And Neville Chamberlain has just told the Brits they're going to have peace in their time, and he's going to let Hitler just take Czechoslovakia, nothing else. Okay, so that appeasement enters into.
Oh, thank you.
Right, Eric, the adulterous lawyer, he is the one Brit.
Right.
Who echoes the appeasement idea. But basically, this is a very hopeful statement, expression, that innately people are decent. And it's not the kind of American war stuff where you'd have a musical with lots of, people in uniforms marching, and that sort of, well, you even can call it polemical. It's so subtle.
Right.
And even though it is in the, sort of in the micro aspect about British humanity, it's actually about humanity.
Right.
And for all of us, it's always been a crowd pleaser because it makes you feel good.
Immensely so. And again, one of the things we haven't quite, addressed yet, there's all the cleverness in this question of what do you see, what don't you see?
Yes.
Who has the voice to determine what people really see? And we have the magician, we have the
great Dapo.
Yeah, absolutely. We have all the tricks of the trade, as it were. And so we really are following this question of what really is going on here. We know Miss Froy is real, but then why is this happening? And we have these sequential, revelations. And one of the things one needs to say is, along with other films of this era, I think of several of them, like Stagecoach, like Rules of the Game, this is a character-rich film. That is, Hitchcock is interested in every character he gives screen time to, and there's a very, very full cast here of good guys, bad guys, and all in between. And everybody has some, everybody has some revelation about their character. That is, that we have Iris is maybe the person we're following, but the Italian is not just an Italian, he's a magician. The fellow obsessed with cricket also happens to be a crack shot, and a hero, in those ways. Oh, the nun who is deaf mute is actually English and has a loyalty.
Yeah.
And wears high heels.
And wears high heels.
Yeah. No. So there's the flow of their adventure, and in every encounter with a character, there's something about that character that is later revealed. They're not just a player, but there's something about their character that is revealed, positive or negative,
Nobody is what they seem.
Bingo.
Right? Nobody is what they seem. But we associate with the thriller that when the unmasking comes, it will be ugly. And that's not what happens in this movie. There are Dr. Egon Hartz.
Right.
I don't know. Do we know immediately that he's a villain, even though he just seems to be a brain specialist?
It's a very interesting thing. I posed that question in relationship to audience knowledge at a particular time of who an actor is. That, and you know, Lukács at this point is he's on the right side of history. You know, he's on the right side of filmmaking. But on the other hand, he is suspiciously Central European at the same time. So he plays over a period of time. He plays both sides of the fence. He's the bad guy in some films, and he's the good German in other films.
I associate him with the bad German.
Well,
so the minute I see him,
he's out here.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm kind of
well, he was
there.
very useful to Hollywood in exactly that way.
I believe you're right, Jerry. I think what you're saying is complex. I like complex, and that he's so useful for the ambiguity.
Well, exactly.
It's so useful. His star persona, if you like.
That's what I'm.
That's exactly what.
Yeah. No, and he's playing off of that star persona.
It's wonderful.
Yeah. In exactly that way. So
now, if I might,
sure.
You might find this very interesting. I did. There's a critic named Karen Beckman, who is talking about the fact that there's the image of surgery is omnipresent in fascist speeches in the 30s, and that having a surgeon
very interesting.
Is a very interesting another level.
I'm going to stop you there because I want to let people think about those images of raveling and unraveling the surgical. And I think this is a film that we can ravel and unravel in any number of ways.
For a long time.
For a long time, absolutely. So if you've enjoyed our discussion here of The Lady Vanishes, I hope you're going to join us on other episodes of City Cinematheque. And if you'd like to know about that, know our schedule, or know more just about CUNY TV, you can do so by visiting our website. That website is www.tv.cuny.edu. You're going to find information there about City Cinematheque, but about all the programming at City University Television. In addition, you'll find links to our YouTube channels in which you can stream much of our programming anytime you want. So please visit www.tv.cuny.edu. Martha, thanks for a, dare I use the word, thrilling 30 minutes of discussion of this thriller.
It went so fast. I was having so much fun talking to you.
Okay, well, it was swell having you back again, kid, and we'll see you again. And I hope we'll see you again sometime when you come to watch City Cinematheque as we continue our stroll through the archives of film history. It's goodbye for now.